for the photographer, that's probably something in their head that is subliminal. It didn't even come across the way we all are viewing it. And just speaking from photographers, it's kind of like that image that plays in your head, kind of like identity we talked about earlier, how we perceive things. That person may have seen that in past and never connected it the same way, but yet it's coming out exactly the same. And how you found that image, you know, right there, I don't know, but that's great comparison right there.
What it really speaks to is that the photographer sort of knew that we are just not aware enough to make that should have, that's nothing as a society. He figured we wasn't smart enough to figure it out.
Right, exactly.
And he'd be right, because most of us are.
Right.
And that's the point of meeting others.
Where it's like, and it was something in that experience, was seeing someone play a position that they're not supposed to play, quote unquote, not supposed to play, and being successful in. And we actually kind of got into this, and when we had our debrief, was kind of the connection between whether or not you like it or not, why so many young folks are infatuated with the Scarface movie. Because the idea of the underdog taking on the world plays out. It's something about not just dropping back and throwing. And that's cool, but we're talking from an appeal standpoint for me. Why certain styles of play may resonate with certain young folks is because literally 8, 9 people are coming at me. I'm dodging, I'm getting them off me, and you can't take me down. Because on some level, if we think about identity, sometimes we manifested that that's how we're going to have to be able to navigate the world that we're at, period. You know, it's going to be, and it's something about that that's really resonates with young folks that we talk to.
I'm always having, as a teacher, I'm having a problem. I'll have the problem with the alpha male in the classroom, like how to deal with this alpha male. And what you're doing kind of gets at it. But I kind of was thinking I was going to come away with, like, not step by step, but yeah. But it gave me some food for thought for dealing with my alpha male in my classroom. Because sometimes being a male myself, I don't go at the alpha male in the right way because I'm like the dog. You know, I'm the top dog, and you know I want to go the wrong way. And so I'm working on it.
I noticed that too. We were talking about issues of power and listening and respect and trust. Some of that I was thinking about in terms of classroom management issues.
Yeah, I was just going to piggyback off what the woman in the back said. I had a director. Her name was, maybe I won't use any names, but Ms. Z, that's what we called her. And she was really like blinded. Like she had one spectrum. It was that black people can't make it unless they make it. So she would tell us, like the black kids, she'd be like, oh, white babies, cover your ears. You don't need to hear this. But for the black babies, I want to plan a vacation. So if you guys don't have the money, because you know the white kids they're already gonna have the money. And I was sitting there like, how can you just like generalize all of us because the fact that we're another race, like different color, skin color, ethnicity. So I was just wondering, I was thinking about it, and some of the people I was with were more easily swayed due to the fact that they were black, and they felt like, yeah, that's definitely true. But I had to talk to them because, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm different because it didn't sway me at all. Like, being an actor, you know that there's always going to be some type of racial issue, something that occurs, something that pops up, but it won't bother me due to the fact that I know that everybody at the end of the day, we're all human. So the fact that we're all human just generalizes the fact that nobody's really different, except it's all here. So whatever you think, your mindset, whatever you have in
Different audiences and see, you know, what it's like to tell this story in different ways. So we're kind of trying to get, what did you get out of this? What are you taking away from today?
I mean, one of the main things that I got out of the lesson today was public displays. And me being a junior counsel at a church working with little kids, you know, I got like the key tip that's standing out to me was, you know, start challenging them, relating to them, but at the same time respecting them as a human being, like you said. And that was one of the main things.
Nice.
Reminded me of, I think I got a lot of great stuff, but I keep trying to create programming as I create evaluative tools. I keep trying to talk about qualitative impact as I talk about quantitative results, long-term results. And so I think just, I'm not taking away, but it's just reminding me that there needs to be an
It's out
ongoing
there.
conversation around,
Yeah.
around how we do that.
It's out there. Can you speak to that a little bit, to you guys? How are you thinking about measuring your impact?
I think honestly, and we can just be very candid, it's difficult. I think that we are constantly, and Erik can speak more to this, just constantly trying to figure out what that criteria is going to be. I think particularly because for some folks, the idea of the impact is kind of abstract, you know. But we realize it has these very while it may seem like an abstract idea, like affecting how people are thinking, we do understand there's a connection to those what's actually really happening, what folks are really doing. It's just we're trying to figure out exactly how to go about doing it.
We were actually talking to our program officer yesterday that's funding this project, and that's really the big hole and challenge at this point in time. We worked a little bit with somebody from UCSF who was assisting us for free. Doctor, that's what they do. They evaluate programs, and they try to measure impact in new ways, particularly for programs that really don't have models for them. And but we don't have that on a consistent basis, and that's one of the things as an organization that we're trying to seek out for these programs that we're trying to incubate. But funding is really tight right now.